So you've alluded to this a little bit, but what role does mindset play in staying active and independent later in life? And what do we do to shape that in older adults?
Yeah, great question. And you look, it's so important. I mean, I always uh, talk to people and tell them about the triad of health. And, you got your three main components to that, which is one side, you've got your nutritional component, the other side, you've got your physicality or your physical fitness, and then the other side is your mindset side of things or your mental health. And look, it's extremely important. It's very hard to have two without that second one. You can't have the nutrition and the physical component without having the mindset, or you can't have a great mindset and be really physically active if you're eating really poorly. So mindset is extremely important. And look, as we age, I suppose it is something that you have to accept. You may not be able to lift as much or run as fast or squat down as deep or lift certain things over your head quite as well. But I think a bit of a personal saying of mine is live life to the fullest at any age. So, there is certain ages and stages of life where things change. I suppose, yeah, it's just that self-belief. And it is hard at times. And that's why sometimes it really is good to have, a group of friends or a trainer that can believe in you when you don't believe in yourself, because we're going to all have those times at any age. You have those times of self-doubt and you don't think you can, you don't think you can do what you really want to do. But yeah, it's just that constant self-belief. And I like to get role models around me, whoever they may be, people that have been there before me. I have one of my favorite surfers from the US. He's had a spinal fusion, and I follow him pretty closely. And he was able to get back to an extremely high level of surfing. So he was always my inspiration. So yeah, I think role models are important as well, whoever that may be in whatever form that may be in.
So you kind of mentioned these a little bit, but beyond movement, what nutritional or lifestyle habits do you see making the biggest difference in your clients?
I think once again having an understanding of what foods work for you, what foods don't work for you. Like, I mean, I have nowadays a pretty strict, would you say, diet, and that works for me. I generally try to eat quite low inflammatory foods. I am a proponent of that. I do teach people, especially if they're trying to lose weight, to whether they need to see a dietitian or a nutritionist to understand their calorie intake, what they should be taking, should be consuming on a daily basis for the whole calorie in and calorie out. But for me, I have a personal saying, and I've had this for many, many years now, where I eat 80 to 90% of the time for nutrition. So I think one of the things that we have an issue with nowadays, that people, every meal that they have has to taste amazing. When I eat 80 to 90% of the time, it's for performance and nutrition. It doesn't have to taste bad. It doesn't have to have all the trimmings and whatnot, because generally speaking, that's full of fat or full of sugar or processed foods and whatnot. Yeah, nice. I have a very clean diet. I try to just eat a lot of whole foods. It works best for me. It gives me the best energy. I practice a bit of intermittent fasting, a couple of days a week. Not that I do that for weight loss. I'm pretty happy with my weight, but I do find practicing intermittent fasting, mixing that with a bit of low inflammatory food. I don't eat a lot of carbohydrates. I still have energy, and I feel as though with low sugar or low carbohydrate diet, my aches and pains do feel significantly better.